Someone decided to steal all the wires and wiring harnesses off of all our equipment. Maybe he has his own plows that are identical to ours and they broke down and he decided he needed those wires. I don't know. They jacked our wires and it snowed the next day. Man, homeboy's just suicidal here. Just walked out in front of... What a guy. Just walked out in front of traffic. Anyways, we're gonna take a measurement. And we're just gonna daisy chain them all and wire them around. Roughly. I mean, we're not building a piano. Struggling here. Been retired for too long. But now this is maybe, they're not the same length. So we're gonna take off a bit. There. Now these never come off unless you heat them back up, which is good and bad. It's bad in that if we have to get them off, it'll be a bitch. So there's the wiring diagram. Alright, we're here. So basically, we got power on. Everything's labeled on this side. Nice little wire loom to keep everything nice and tidy. And now anyways, we're back at the shop with the computer. So we're gonna try and wire this bad boy in the next hour or two. It's supposed to snow, I don't know, 2 hours ago. Still hasn't snowed. Hasn't even started snowing. This is what frustrates me about snow. You got all these people that are supposed to come in for work and it hasn't snowed yet. It's supposed to snow. It's just really hard to schedule things, but we can't control what's out of our control, so who cares? In the meantime, let's get ready to fix our plow. So what we got here is a new remote. Unfortunately, useless. So what we're gonna do is take these connectors off because unfortunately they don't match with what we have now, and I don't know where to get these connectors. So we're gonna take a flat screwdriver and pop them off. Now I'm gonna try my best to save this connector. But who knows? Probably won't happen. But we're gonna try. Oh, it's coming. There it is. Some jelly. Grape jelly. And it is not coming out. Here goes, 700 bucks. This one I can leave. But this one, okay, so what we got here is the door connectors. And pin on pin. Pin on pin. So you got tubes and pins.
what we're gonna do with these is build our own connectors. So here we have 8-pin connectors. We got male or female, I mean, and these ones are male. So basically, this guy goes in. And then never get them apart again. Let's pop the magic out. Gorgy. So we gotta take these and strip them and crimp them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. With these little pins, you guys can see that, little pins. So these little pins engage with these guys. These guys engage together. So we're gonna put these pins for in here. Now we want to make sure we crimp them good because we only have enough pins to do the job. We don't want to be wasting pins. That's one. We got a crimper, but I don't have the right crimper, unfortunately. Give it a little twist. Give it a little crimp. The other crappy thing is I gotta cut off all the connections on the other side. Okay, so we got all the pins done. I got the power in here already. Kind of see what's going on. There's always noise when I'm talking, of course. We're basically gonna line up the wiring on this harness now and make the magic. And I got a little diagram here. There's one in the thing, but it's easier just to pull it up this way and see what's going on, or well, somewhat easier. So we're going to refer to the diagram for our colors. Now we have our blacks, which are our negative, and so it's not very clear as to which blacks which black is what. So this white one here, the black with the white stripe, this is redundant. You don't actually use this, so we won't worry about that. Now the other black, this is the thicker black, so this one we do use, and we're going to put it in the opposite side, I guess. Not really a method to this at the moment. I'm just plug and play right now. So, and you just simply push it in. Once it's pushed in, it sort of locks in. It'll lock in better once we put the wedge in, but the wedge doesn't go in till the end. And then the yellow stripe, there's 3 blacks. 2 of them actually get tied in as the negative or the common, and so your black with the yellow stripe is your other one. So that's gonna go in here. So I'm trying to organize them somewhat. So the blacks are on one side, and then you got these ones. Now, if we refer back to our picture here, the other ones that we can tie into, a lot of these are for the wings, and then we got some solenoids and stuff. So the brown, which there's 3 browns. One is called tan. That's this one here. It's a lighter brown. And then you got a brown with a white stripe and a solid brown. So your solid brown is going to go to your solenoid switch. So I'm going to put that below the power. And I'm already thinking I should have done it differently, because it's actually easier if you start on one side and work your way across instead of having it like I do here. But that's okay. You have, this is essentially power in. Power in goes to solenoid. From your solenoid you have your fuse. That's how you read a line diagram. You just follow the lines. So you got your 10 amp fuse, goes to red white. The red white goes to one side of the solenoid switch. The other side of the solenoid switch is your red, and that goes up here, connects all of the valves, solenoids, and it comes to your controller right here. So that's your red white right here, right? See? Red white. On the other side of your solenoid, this engages. So when you power it up, this is a magnetic coil. This sucks in, makes contact, and so this acts as a switch. This actually closes and this closes. So this wire here is your brown, and the brown goes 3 points. So one's your pressure switch, which is on the back, and the other brown goes to the controller, and that's from here. So what you need is the brown, which we just did. Now the other red ties in to, there's an actual post on the hydraulic power unit, that's for your pump motor, and there's an actual post, and it's a large cable, and that plugs into there, just like this red one here is a large cable as well. So, and then moving forward, the rest of these actually go wherever. So we could just look at the valves. So here's, oh, I missed, did I miss half of this? I'm missing half. Okay, so well, you can kind of see, so you got, it kind of starts in the middle, goes in a circle. So A, B, C, D, then you got E, F, no real order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then they got H, they skip I, J, and K. So K and all those, I think, do the wings. So what we'll do on the other 4 here is the wings, I think. We'll do power and the wings are green, black. Oh, you know what? I'm looking in the wrong spot. So here's your wings. Angle left is A. The outside stuff, like here, is passenger wing. So you got J, drive wing K, and then where's the other wing? G and H. Okay, so you got K, G, H, and J. So these ones are your wings, which is orange, violet, white, and green, black. So you got your violet here. Let's just move that out of the way. And you just simply push it in, push it in. Not getting the love on the white wire. What's going on? This black one's giving me a headache. Me being anal again. I just want to clean this up a bit. So now they're all in. Then you put the wedge in. These aren't even stick out for enough. Well, gentlemen and ladies, as usual, the struggle is real. All right, well, news update. This is the end result on the harnesses. So we had originally these Deutsch connectors, and for whatever reason they're not working. So improvise. We got some other connectors here. So we got the end on the computer, and now for the transmitter, you just go like that. Super simple. All right, so here's the setup here. And basically what we're gonna do is I got my tray of parts. I got my new computer. So we're just gonna go 2 by 2. So for instance, this one is the blacks. So we're just gonna find where the blacks go on here, cut them off, and put on the female end. I'll put you over here. So we're gonna find the brown, white, and the red. Take a little snips here. Basically, we're gonna cut A off. This computer's so. And props, shout out to the heat shrink, cause it is working really well. Okay, so basically wrapping up with the snow plow. The start of it was some asshole, excuse my language, cut all the wire harnesses off of our stuff. The Snoway being the biggest pain in the butt because it has the most amount of wires and a computer unit on it, whereas at least our other plows just has a solenoid wire, which is only 4 wires. This thing has like 20 wires. Pain in the ass. Anyways, we got it fixed, wired it up with the existing computer, and it crapped out a couple hours into the snowfall that we got it fixed for, because the plow likes to break when I need it most. I don't know if you sense a common theme here. 800 bucks later, ordered a new computer. I think it was a little bit less. Brock was nice to me. New computer, new harness, wired it all up, got it going. It was a little bit of a struggle. The Deutsch connectors that I had were giving me a headache. We got it all wired up. The thing works good. Now we were just having an issue with the valve setting for whatever reason. We put it away working perfectly. Now that we got it running again, it's got a bunch of issues. We're gonna get that sorted out next. We're gonna get that sorted out next. Basically, I'm gonna do a little valve adjustment. I don't know if we're gonna do that in-house or I'm just gonna bring it in and be done with it. On the fence, really. So, other than that though, the plow is functional. The headlights is another thing I gotta wire up. Those aren't functioning correctly for some reason. And adjust the valve for the down pressure. But in the meantime, we will get by, and it's just a supporting piece of equipment. Anyways, the loaders with the metal presses is the real key to our success. And we just got the solenoid, so we got 2 plows running, ready for the 10 centimeters that we're supposed to get right now.
Still hasn't snowed. Hasn't even started snowing.
So we'll see what happens. That's our plow life. Ooh, cookies! Today on Shop Talk, we'll be reviewing these cookies. It's kind of hard. This one will be good with milk. We should do Shop Talk when I have milk. This looks like a dog treat. I think this is for a dog. Yep. And now with Shop Talk about cookies. Ooh, that one has peanut butter at the end. Shouldn't have thrown that one away.